Then we go to the trench. Now the Pol Pot small mortars didn't fire rapidly anymore. Explosions thinned out 82 mortars, still steadily released shells. Particularly in the east-southeast of the airport, I could clearly hear the departure sound of these guys. 6 guns direction 5 and direction southwest. Honestly, I only heard and counted the quantity, but couldn't determine exactly their direction and couldn't distinguish which shell exploding was from which gun. Only could estimate the flight time from when there was a departure sound of 2 or 3 guns until it exploded to calculate the distance from me to it approximately. At the end of the airport, the sound of the 12.8 squad suddenly rang out. The sound of a K and RPD bullets simultaneously flared up. The sound of B-40 fired, close exploding boom-boom. The sound of small arms fire flying towards us, whizzing, embedding into trees, cracking. Then gunfire in the southeast-southwest, also flared up no less. Brother Exwat's voice rang out, deploy formation. So the trench section we were responsible for. 2 ends were the Enat, next were Thong, and mine brother Exwat in the middle. 1 new, in between 2 old. I and Dung went to the termite mound where the 82 recoilless gun was. Passing brother Exwat, I discussed, or you just set up the 75 gun ready at the trench. When necessary, shooting close is also fine. So I turned back with Dung dragging the 75 gun out to mount ready at the outer trench section with the N4 shells. I told Dung when necessary the 82 gun only needs 1 person, you or I will use it. Returning to the 82 gun on the termite mound, 2 guys lifted it high, installing the sight done. I shouted for him to load. Because mortar shells firing into the airport were sparse, the smoke screen also faded, clearly seeing the marker stakes. Infantry gunfire now exploded even more fiercely. Boom, boom. The 82 recoilless gun squad in the south of the outpost spoke up. Perhaps Pol Pot troops in this direction had advanced close to the trench, so Uncle Chi, regardless of thick forest, boomed another recoilless round, turning the gun towards the 82 squad. Target 4 direction east of 5, the direction I fired last time. While adjusting the bubble levels, I said, Dung, prepare 4 more rounds. Just finished adjusting, he also finished shouting, glancing. I saw he was in position. Assured, I squeezed the trigger. Boom. The first shell rushed away, reducing range 100 meters, shifting left 50 meters. A second shell exploded, resounding, shifting right 100 meters. The third shell exploded, continuing to reduce range another 100 meters and shifting left 50 meters. The fourth shell increased range 100 meters. Boom! The fifth shell rushed away. I fired encompassing 4 rounds, 4 corners, and the 5th round was firing left into the center, adjusting the gun to the left to the next 82 gun. Another 5 rounds firing in the initial way. Dung called to go get ammo. Seeing the people carrying ammo return were the Enat. They told me brother Exwat said, replace people. You 2 fired 10 rounds already. Okay, replace distance 2,000 meters to 2,300, okay. Firing encompassing. I reminded him to pay attention to the gecko when it is in position, then shoot. I was afraid one guy busy shooting, while the other busy bending over preparing ammo, then spraying fire on each other. Anyway, Nat had little experience when coordinating combat together. Reminding once is not redundant going down to fill this place. Where the 75 gun was facing us, Pol Pot infantry was not seen advancing anymore. Perhaps they were afraid their mortar shells would pound their own troops' heads. But in return, most of their firepower concentrated falling here in the command bunker area. When the infantry group approached our defense and opened fire, I and Dung moved recoilless ammo again, and went up to replace the and Nat. Enemy mortar fire now thinned out a lot and concentrated, falling from the middle of the outpost towards our north. Gunfire exploded fiercely in the south of the outpost. The cho-cho shouts of Pol Pot soldiers heard clearly one by one. The sound of bullets firing, very close grenade explosions, short, AK bursts, prolonged RPD. A few small arms bullets embedded in my termite mound. Listening, I and Dung turned down, shouting, brother Exwat, dodge, possibly will fire direct fire to the south, watch out for backblast. I predicted the situation on this side might be bad because didn't hear the recoilless gun and 12.8 gun on this side speak up anymore. Later, hearing brothers recount in this direction, Pol Pot entered and occupied a trench section of ours, but supported by sections inside, we pushed them out, restoring the position. They managed to take 2 backpacks of our soldiers left in the bunker, the trench section they occupied. 2 firepower guns, 12.8 and recoilless gun managed to retreat inside, so were still safe. Pol Pot troops were beaten back out, perhaps retreated far. Small arms fire now decreased significantly in all directions, only a few enemy 82 mortars from afar firing into the outpost, and our 82 and 60 mortars still firing out, turning the gun to the east, where 2 Pol Pot 82 mortars were firing. Shouting Dung to load, he stopped me, saying, "Stop, don't shoot anymore." Rolling my eyes, I told him, "Do you want to carry ammo tomorrow? If not firing tomorrow, this ammo must be destroyed." "Do you know?" "Oh, right. Why am I so stupid?" Simple as that, and didn't remember. Aiming at the 2 Pol Pot 82 guns, we 2 blasted 10 rounds immediately. He intended to go get ammo. I held him back, saying, "Let mine and Thong carry ammo, you stay with me to clear the gun barrel first." Oh my, so hot. Just touching fingertips to the barrel, I hurriedly pulled back, taking off the shirt on my body, saying, "You go down, get the water can up here, must cool it down." 2 guys just finished clearing the barrel, and conveniently I took the can with a little water left, pouring it all on the barrel. The whole outpost now was quiet. Both we and the enemy stopped firing. Still sitting by the recoilless gun, he took out a packet of hand-rolled tobacco, telling me have a smoke. "Wait, must drink a sip of water, mouth bitter, what to smoke." Saying so, I went down to get the water mug. Mine curious came up to see, seeing so said, "Let me go get it." Just finished smoking the hand-rolled cigarette, a series of 60 mortar departure sounds rang out again. Urging mine to return immediately, he bent legs, running along the trench down. Again, a rain of mortar shells fell on the outpost fiercely, no less than the beginning. Brother Exwat's voice, "Lower the gun to the bunker immediately." While we 2 lowered the gun legs, perhaps a few shells fell right on the termite mound body, making smoke cover up. Shrapnel slashed, glancing on the barrel, sparking pressure, tightening the chest. Well, to the bunker. Dragging Dung, we bent down, running to the bunker. The shelter here we made with tree trunks, big as a person's hug, stacking 2 layers of trees, then piling earth 6 centimeters thick. Mortar shells falling directly only scratch an itch, doing nothing. After about 20 or 30 minutes of mortar shelling like that, small arms fire rang out again. They played round 2. Suddenly, a hissing sound. Boom, boom echoed up. They used 75 recoilless guns, 2 from the southeast firing in. I heard unmistakable the hissing sound of this gun type. But these guys fired over us quite far, must be a few hundred meters. Thinking in my head, if I was still on the mountain fighting these guys, how exciting it would be. Here I yield, voting you guys first. Infantry gunfire exploded fiercely again. Continuous flat bursts of several Coinop machine guns. The booming sound of 2 12.8 guns, interspersed in a K and RPD sounds. Impatient. I pulled Dung out well. Brother Exwat said, "Wait, firepower ammo is concentrating here, dodge a bit." Indeed, the mortars shifted lanes, so shells seemed to concentrate, falling into our area more than the beginning. Their 75 recoilless shells still overshot one after another, exploding far away. My 82 gun couldn't reach them, and the 75 gun was blocked by forest trees, unable to open fire. Sitting for another 10 minutes, couldn't stand it. "I told you, come out here." Dung come out, helped me lift the gun, then returned, leaving me alone, knowing couldn't stop me anymore. 3 brothers ran up to the recoilless gun, each holding a leg, raising the gun high. "You and Dung sit down. I can manage alone." I chased 2 people down, but Dung determined, "No, I stay with you. Brother Exwat, go down. Correctly in combat." The 82 recoilless gun needs 3 people, but on this termite mound its cramped fortification only dug for number 1 and number 2. So Brother Exwat had to go down. Aiming at the Pol Pot 82 mortar in the east, blasting 5 rounds immediately, shifting right to the second gun, another 5 rounds. Dung shouted, "I go get ammo," I told him, call Thong and mine to carry together for speed. When he returned, moving the gun back to the direction of the gun, I fired, initially spreading 5 rounds again to the second mortar gun, firing 5 rounds. The third round, Dung just inserted the shell, didn't have time to lock when fire burst, covering the rear part of the gun. Ouch! Dung's voice screamed, "Damn it, hit by mortar. Why am I okay?" Leaning over there in the flash of exploding shells, saw him sitting back, leaning against the earthen wall, legs stretched out, two hands gathering to chest. "How are you?" "I'm okay, but left hand probably burned." Hearing him answer, so I was so happy. "Burnt hand, won't die." "Well, let me help you down." "I can walk. You don't have to help." "Are two guys okay?" Brother Exwat's voice, he burned his hand. "You take him down." Up to this point, I didn't understand what happened. I hadn't pulled the trigger. The shell was still in the chamber. The breech block hadn't closed. Why? Sitting dazed. Suddenly a thought flashed in my head. Firing too much, the gun heated up. Dung loaded the shell, entering the propellant charge self-ignited. Only could be so. This situation I only encountered now. What? How is it? How are you guys? Brother Huyet's voice. Hearing human voice, he dashed to the gun fortification. No one got hit, still safe, brother. Only the shell lying in the chamber. I spoke my judgment. No one getting hurt is good. Hearing you firing steadily suddenly stopped made me so worried. Go back to bunker, leave it there. Let me call Exwat for me. Seeing me hesitate, he said immediately, order you back to bunker, clear. I had to go down and told Brother Exwat to go up after that. Didn't know how the fathers pulled the shell out. When returning to the bunker, saw Dung's hand covered with a layer of salt, sitting huddled there, mouth hissing. I asked what happened back there. I just pushed the shell in, hadn't locked yet, it flared up. Luckily pulled hand out in time. I thought two guys ate mortar. So lucky. Pol Pot gunfire now stopped completely, only their 60 mortars still firing into the outpost. Our 82 and 60 mortars still steadily released shells firing back at these guys. 12.8 machine guns, then RPD also continuously released bullets, then a K also fired along. Gunfire echoed all over the outpost, both north and west. Pol Pot infantry didn't attack, gunfire still exploded. Fiercely. I called mine and Thong and told the two to shoot. Take a K out, practice shooting to get used to the explosion sound. Just point the gun to the forest and shoot, aiming at any point is fine. Set single shot fire 5-6 rounds first, then switch to automatic practice firing 2-round bursts. I wanted the two to take this opportunity to shoot to get used to the trigger finger, used to the gunfire sound. Something that a training school, even if wanted, couldn't get. Since coming here, although on the battlefield haven't fired yet because this north direction Pol Pot almost never let infantry enter, so no real combat opportunity to fire because tomorrow surely won't be able to carry all ammo here, but have to leave it. Other sections were also letting new recruits shoot like that, so all over the outpost gunfire of all kinds roared. Brother Exwat, seeing shooting, ran out asking shooting. What I told him my intention to let brothers train trigger fingers later, can let fire a few recoilless rounds because how can we carry all ammo? He said Akai ammo is fine, but recoilless ammo, only 9 rounds left, must keep in case Cambodians attack, still have something to play. Tomorrow, leaving it, also have to accept not firing. Two guys eagerly aimed at 2 tree stumps, squeezed trigger. Now shoot freely, okay? Reminding to put finger deep to avoid jamming single shots, only after first few times squeezing trigger 4-5 rounds first. Now it's good. Sound of 2-round bursts rang out steadily, letting each person fire 2 magazines. I said enough. Now go inside, sit, reload ammo into magazine. Tomorrow, see what the result is. Load full, then go to sleep. Honestly, I wanted to let the two fire a few recoilless rounds so later, if using, would be less confused. Real collision would be 10,000 times better. Only hearing talk but not doing, have to leave for another occasion. The next morning, the battalion arranged platoons to ambush outside the forest to protect the aircraft landing from afar. The 75 recoilless gun, according to plan, would be carried out by aircraft, but had to be left to make room for wounded soldiers in the battle last night. The unit, although no sacrifice, but wounded a few more people. Looking at the field airport, inherently patchy, uneven after the rain of mortar shells last night, just like a field freshly plowed. The termite mound, where the 82 recoilless gun was also 8.5 rounds explosion marks, created potholes on its body. By about 9 o'clock aircraft, sound grew clear. Bonfires at the airport were lit to signal aircraft landing. Perhaps the pilot, afraid of Pol Pot raid, so hurriedly urged moving dead and wounded quickly. Less than 10 minutes it took off by itself and headed northeast, flying straight. Truly lucky for us. Lucky for wounded brothers to be saved in time, otherwise carrying stretchers cutting through forest would take 2 days to reach division surgery. So the unit stayed the rest of today, tomorrow morning, leaving the outpost. Pol Pot troops, after the battle last night, this morning, then noon, also didn't see them coming to raid. Afternoon did nothing, all preparation work completed, only destroying ammo not carried and planting mines where needed. But this only done when there is order to depart. Idle, I went to the airport to pick remaining vegetable tops to cook soup. Suddenly saw a few H-12 rounds, probably duds, when firing, so the 12 squad when withdrawing left behind. This guy has no wings yet when flying, why does it howl so scary? Curiosity rose. I turned it over and over to see why it howled. Must be inside it. Handy dagger, try prying your bottom out to see. Its aluminum bottom cap was then pried out by me. A few small wires messy inside going into a small box. This, when firing, surely will be blown backward, cannot create that sound. Looking inside, saw 6 black round sticks, big as a child's wrist. Pulling one stick out, this is the propellant charge. Taking all propellant sticks out, still saw nothing. Well, leave it. Holding one stick back to outpost to play. Unexpectedly, when lighting, I startled because that howling sound rose up. Holding it, raising like a torch, burning a section, howling, then a section, not howling. You are here. Whenever I put hand covering the holes on the propellant charge, the howling sound stopped. So its screaming is due to these holes. Happy for finding the secret, not long before I was called to the command, scolded for a bout for recklessness. Brother Exwat only knew to shake head seeing me carrying a cheeky face walking from the command back. Also thanks to this case later, when going to school about H-12, I made the instructor, freshly graduated, turn pale when arguing about the number of propellant sticks of the round. That time going out to Division 5 to study, the instructor kept insisting H-12 round has 5 propellant sticks, while I insisted on 6 sticks. He even pointed to the document for viewing. Infuriated, I pulled the dagger out, intending to pry the round bottom to prove I was right. Then this guy turned pale, mouth stammering, "Comrade is right, comrade is right, document printed wrong." Every time remembering this, I laugh with satisfaction. That night, the whole outpost was quiet. According to assignment, besides me, the Dung Cho Mine and Thong would take charge of the 75 recoilless gun and accompanying 2 rounds. 5 people, 5 axe ammo belts, along with backpacks and a rice bag for the whole squad, taking turns to carry. I only worried about Hai Thong and Min, first time marching far, carrying heavy loads, not used to it. Don't know if they can manage otherwise, we 3 anyway have walked and carried heavy, used to it. Sky just dawning, order to complete remaining works, like destroying and planting mines and bunker fortifications. Reconnaissance side went first, next was Company 9 with 82 recoilless gun squad and 12.8 accompanying. Then Company 11 and a 12.8 gun accompanying. Then Transport Signal B Company Headquarters Company 12 and 82 Mortar B 75 recoilless squad. Company 10 closed the tail with 82 recoilless gun and 12.8 squad. I and Thong carried the barrel that carried 2 rounds. Dung, left hand, still hurting, carried rice bag, sight and accessory bag. Mine carried the gun legs and water can. I repeated that gun legs and ammo must always go close to the barrel, not separated. In case meeting enemy on the road having gun but no ammo or legs, then trouble. 2 guys when thirsty only sip small water mouthful, then hold in mouth. Don't chug to compensate lips. Sweating a lot loses strength quickly. When tired will change for each other. Try to stick to formation and walk exactly in the track of the person ahead. Don't arbitrarily go out of the trail tripping mines. Sections had departed until 5 of us. Goodbye Me Lai, land of malaria and mines of days, thirsty dry throat and days not knowing washing face or bathing. Me Lai, I hate you, but I also never forget, because my comrades too yet mom to con them long jua high. People who ate same tray, slept same bed, and many people just the other day shouting, cheering, chasing the ball with me, fell down here. How can I forget them? Feet kept stepping, but my head many emotions kept welling up. Walking for about half an hour, Thong called brother stop for me to drink a sip of water. I reminded drink one canteen cap only okay. He opened the cap, then tilted neck chugging, ignoring my reminder. Dung had to turn back, snatch the canteen away. He stopped. I'm too thirsty, he said. Just walked a bit and you drink like that is death. How to have strength to walk anymore? Drink little. We were walking in the dense forest with many interlaced vines. Most miserable was occasionally a vine hooked into the gun leg, pulling backward, making two of us want to fall backwards. Walking about 15 minutes more, he breathed panting steps, already staggering. Dung, I called you, replace him. Hand over the rice bag and accessory bag. Dung shouldered the recoilless barrel, replacing Thong while I stilled the barrel body. The whole army walked in silence, occasionally a hiss of someone tripping on roots. Walking about an hour more, order passed down rest. I suddenly wondered in my head, seems not cutting forest to Fire Bridge outpost. If heading to Fire Bridge, must turn near due west. Since then, marching still following almost due north. Perhaps the battalion went straight to Battalion 1. Why not go to Fire Bridge, then follow the road for ease going this way, dense forest, hard to go. This only much later did I know. The reason was after my Battalion 3 entered Me Lai Battalion 2 withdrew, and Battalion 7Q16 also with 2 105 cannons left too. That occasion abandoned Fire Bridge outpost too. No wonder Pol Pot raided and beat us so fiercely, seeing only my unit lonely and here alone. Battalion 1 still held outpost but far away. The continuous defensive position lost an important link. Fire Bridge outpost. Resting about 10 minutes, then on the road again. The two new recruits now seemed very exhausted, standing up, legs already wobbling. Try hard, guys, walk a bit more, maybe rest to eat rice, I encouraged the two. The whole group walked in silence again. Mine said to me, my shoulder hurts too much, brother. He carried the gun legs, though not heavy, but hard to carry because 3 legs created a triangle shape. Carrying long also really sore. Then swap for Thong, each guy carry a while replacing each other. Even swapping for each other several times, then they also gradually fell behind. Some people of Company 11 had passed us. The 82 recoilless squad of Uncle Chi Hai Nat Than also passed. Walking and waiting. Now my 75 recoilless squad fell back near the end of the battalion marching formation. Sun nearly overhead, order to stop, rest and eat. Too lucky looking, everyone sweat-soaked. Mine and Thong truly pitiful. Hearing stop order, both guys lay flat right in the middle of the trail just created by steps of people going before. Mouth, nose competing to breathe. Let them lie a few minutes, I went to encourage. Try to sit up, lying like that, later can't stand up to go. Try to eat to get strength. If you two fall behind anymore, no one will be behind. Pol Pot following the trail, chasing, then only death. Both encouraging and threatening, both guys tried to sit up, chewing rice ball, heavily wiping with cream sauce. While eating, I conferred with the big and Dung. This situation is not okay, must find solution to handle immediately, or we will fall to the end of formation. Dung rolled eyes, saying, who told them to chug so much water? Who in the world told again and again? Yet since morning 2 guys chugged 2 canteens, plus the 4 later can also finished. I said, well, scolding so, but now cursing them is the same. I'm also very mad, but can't drag out to beat. They also drank already. They said, let me carry the barrel. Dung, the legs you carry ammo, just go like that. See how it goes. I also thought so, but letting brothers volunteer would be better. Yes. For now, only such measure is most feasible. We try to walk fast, to pass those who passed us. Agreed, 3 of us also finished the rice balls. Mine and Thong, since being discovered drinking all water carried, kept sneaking looks at us. They also knew the sin they caused, so no one opened mouth to say a word. Silently listening to 3 of us discussing. Feeling pity anyway, this was the first march of the 2 guys yet had to carry heavy loads. Even for us it was heavy because before only 282 guns, now adding 75 plus, no experience chugging for mouth pleasure, so lost strength very quickly. Now only encourage them, not time to scold or blame. Order, continue on road. I told whoever carries accessory bag and sight the other carries rice bag, occasionally swap and must step fast, walk before us, understand. They even threatened walk slow. I poked gun barrel in back. Just rested in carrying light, so 2 guys walked fast. Just a while later we passed some people, even past the Company 12 headquarters squad. squeezed into the battalion headquarters formation. About 2 in the afternoon, on the trail started seeing some items like mats, blankets abandoned by someone. Gradually, rice and ammo were also thrown behind bushes. Thong and mine started complaining again. "I'm too thirsty and tired, brothers." Dung took salt packet from pocket, gave each a grain to hold in mouth to reduce thirst. On the road now there were a few new recruits, unable to walk anymore. Lying on the road, eyes closed tight, hearing footsteps. Passing, spoke up, "Dad, give me a sip of water," the backpack behind flat. Probably nothing left inside. Stopping, I opened canteen cap, poured a cap-to-mouth drink a bit, then dry kid nearing water lake already. I encouraged like that, but didn't know where the water lake was located. Yet like a magic potion, he stood up, then walked briskly forward. The more walking, the more personal belongings seen abandoned. Even paper, pads, envelopes, and stamps were thrown back. I picked these up, stuffed into my ammo belt. The number of brothers lying on the road increased, all new recruits. Shaking the canteen, only a little left, couldn't give any more. Because on the road just past I had given quite a lot. Suddenly saw a sour vine right by the road, pulled quickly down, shared each kid a leaf. I told chew crushed, then hold in mouth will reduce thirst. Marching formation now mixed up, couldn't distinguish which section. Mostly new recruits fell behind. Even the rice bag 2 guys took turns carrying now had to be tied to the recoilless base that I and Dung were carrying. They picked up long pants discarded by someone who used to tie the gun legs and 2 ammo rounds, then shouldered. Luckily now no longer difficult old forest, but thorny bamboo forest, so easier to go. Suddenly seeing on the left trenches and combat fortifications I guessed belonging to Battalion 1 brothers, because even saw canned food cans. The kind of canned food we used. Fortifications abandoned, not a soul, surely battalion headquarters of Battalion 1, not Company 1. So only a few kilometers more to Mo Honorable. My 2 new recruits, now just pouring a canteen cap of water into mouth, walked a section, then even the sight and accessory bag were hung on the gun barrel. Truly, I was also very tired. Dung the also so, but still gritted teeth to step on. Walking about 2 kilometers more, order passed down. Whoever can walk, just walk. Whoever can't walk, try hard, there will be friendly unit coming to pick up. Hearing so, 3 guys Dung dropped the barrel, rest a bit, man smoke a cigarette to get strength to go on. So 3 of us rolled tobacco to smoke, waiting for Thong and Min to come up.